And we are live.
We are live. How is everybody doing tonight?
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
Gonna let some people come into the stream here before we get going, but
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit. We didn't really announce this ahead of time,
no.
but we do always try to do it on a Wednesday at 8. So maybe the diehards will be in here tonight.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what we get with very little promotion.
Our 10 friends.
All right. Come on, people. Where are you at? Let's show
Yeah.
up here.
Well, I do have it going out. I do have this going out to our Facebook page,
Okay.
our channel, and my personal Facebook page. I didn't take it to the group yet, or any this time.
You didn't take it
to the Outdoor Adventure Life. No, I didn't do that.
Well,
So,
what are you gonna do?
There's Johnny Coffee.
Oh,
Hey, didn't he nominate you for something?
He did, and he's first. Look at him go, number one. He did. He nominated me for the Ultralight Backpacker of the Week, and my trophy, from what he has told me, we should be there. It should be there pretty soon. So, looking forward to that. I have a really good idea for this video coming up. So, I'm gonna have a lot of fun making this.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Man,
hey,
we are blessed.
Yeah, hey Brent.
Smolder Outdoors.
We're blessed with Ross Sharp, a non-YouTuber.
He will be. We'll work on him.
Who hangs out with YouTubers.
It's like a bad disease. You'll catch it eventually. And next thing you know, you have a YouTube channel. And yeah.
Everybody catches chlamydia, at some point.
Yeah, unless you wear a mask, then you won't catch it.
Right.
But no, I'm really excited to make this video once I get that trophy in. And I've got a couple things I actually have to make. But John says open with care. But
are you going to do some crafts for this thing?
Oh, ultralighters make their own gear, right? So yeah, I've got some pretty good ideas for this one coming up. So it'll be pretty good. And I've already got another YouTuber in mind who I'm going to nominate. I just have to reach out to them, make sure they're cool with me. It. No, you're definitely
tags
super ultralight. I mean, who can compete with that? So you want to get started? We're going to plan some just a couple shout outs like we normally would do. Some channels that Chris and I both have stumbled upon or been watching for a little while, and just give them a shout out and give them some give them some love, man. Check their channels out and subscribe if you like them.
Yeah.
So you got anybody first? Who you got first?
We'll go with no, I don't.
Oh, that a boy. Way to be prepared.
I got the ones we talked about.
Okay. So let's go ahead. Can you pull this up on the screen?
Tell me who.
Okay, Terry Young Outdoors. Hey, Trail Medic. Dad's here.
Yep.
So I found Terry just kind of popped up on my homepage one day and started kind of checking his channel out. I seen we started talking about the AT. He just finished up his I think he had 24 miles to do this weekend. He finished up the Georgia section. And so we were talking about that because I plan to do the Georgia section if anybody didn't know already. But no, it seems like he's got a really cool channel. He seems like he hikes a lot more down south around Alabama. He does. He's got some videos on the Penhody Trail and on the Jiha. Oh yeah, he's hiked with Crow and that. So pretty good channel. I like his stuff. So check him out if you guys look.
And make sure you hit this button right here. Ka-ching. And the bell.
Yep. So there he goes. But yeah, he's got like 31 videos. So check him out.
Yep.
So the other channel I would like to shout out this week is a channel called Walk It Off with David Smith. So David Smith, he started a channel. He plans to vlog his AT through hike this year. I believe he starts March 20th. So I've kind of chatted with him back and forth too, just talking about the AT. And I don't know, man. I like his channel. I like his personality. He's just kind of a no nonsense guy. He comes from like a jiu-jitsu background and photography.
He remind me of Hoot.
It's the big goatee.
Yeah.
But no, he's been doing some gear review videos just of the gear that he plans to take on the AT with him. And I don't know, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if any of you guys are nerd out over the AT like I do. It's just a bucket list trail of mine, and I love the trail. But every year I look for somebody, or sometimes it's 2 or 3 channels that I can watch and follow along their journey on the AT. And he is definitely one that I'm looking forward to watching this year. So check him out. Hey, Harley dude.
Hey, Harley
But
dude.
yeah, I definitely like his channel. So if you guys have any channels that you guys are watching or getting ready to watch when everybody's starting the AT, throw them up in the chat. I'm always looking for a good channel to follow on the AT. So that's the only two channels I have to actually.
Well, what about? Do we want to talk about DMS?
Yes. So those are the two that I wanted to give shout outs to. I think pretty much everybody that's in the chat right now knows DMS. Jay Wanders. I've been watching him too, John. But so DMS Adventures, I think everybody in the chat knows DMS Adventures. If not, if you're watching this later and you're not in the chat right now, go check out DMS Adventures. He does great videos. His kids are great. But he is coming up on the 500 subscriber mark. I think he's at 488. And I know for the last couple of months, him and I have been right there together growing. We both kind of, egging each other on to see who can get to 500 first. He's about 10 subscribers ahead of me, but let's give him one final push. If anybody's watching this and you haven't checked out their channel and you haven't subscribed, go hit them up, get them to that 500 point. Mark deserves it. He puts out great videos and
with his phone, by the way.
Yeah, his videography is great and his editing is great. The way he puts them together. And like I said, it's the DMS, it's Dad, Mr. Sister, and I know Mr. his youngest son, or his son just turned 6 yesterday. So hey, throw him a belated birthday gift and get those guys to 500. They do an incredible job and they'll go on great adventures.
Yeah.
So
even though we should mention that he's currently playing ping pong rather than in the stream.
How dare he? Mr. Buckley, hello. So that's
Buck.
DMS hike the gorge. Yeah, I think they've been down at the gorge, haven't they, Chris? You remember? They've been all over the place.
I think so.
Yeah, I think they've been down there. I don't know if they did any overnighting down there, but I'm pretty sure they've been a couple different places. So that's it for the channel shout outs and recognitions that I have. Do you have any other channels or anything like that, Chris, that you wanted to mention this week?
Okay, so I wasn't gonna mention this, but I guess
Barry.
I will. Barry Fukanubits. So I guess I'll talk about this for a little bit. I am training to do a 14er in August. So I've been training since January 2nd, and I've been busting my butt with lots of miles per day, hill climbs, all kinds of stuff. And I have made a video every day for 50, well, today's day 53. So I've made a video every day for 53 days, just talking about that. So it's on a channel that I don't talk about a lot. And if you're interested in that kind of thing, if you want to see how I'm training for this 14er, I will show you this channel. If not, don't worry about it, because really it's more of an accountability thing for me. So I'll pull it up here on the screen. If you're interested, if you're not, I completely understand.
No, everybody should go there and support you, man. You've been busting your ass trying to get in shape for this 14er. It's a bucket list of yours. I think everybody should go and support you, man. You've been to do 53 videos in a row every day and hold yourself accountable to get out there and to get into good shape to do that, man. That's
some days are boring. Some days are really boring because I'm just like, it's just a walking thing. I do have some hikes in here, and I've been doing a video every day, and I've not been putting anything out on my THG video because I just don't, because I'm making a video every day here. I'm just like, I don't want to make another video. So check it out. Chris Colbert Vlogs. If you're interested, you get great thumbnails like that. So if you're not interested, completely understand.
Whatever. Hey, the Needler's here. Willie Outdoors. Who's your outdoor?
All our friends and neighbors.
Right. Did you like that announcement intro, Trail Medic? I figured, everybody knows I'm pretty much a smart ass, so every once in a while I got to let it show. So
I wish you would let it show more, because in most of your videos you don't.
I'm always so dang serious. I don't know why.
I know. I have to work on that myself, because I try to keep it.
I try to keep it PG, because my sarcasm can lead to my mouth being a potty mouth sometimes, and then next thing you know, I'm like, I can't put any of this in the video. Like I was cussing like a sailor. So it's being a truck driver in the trucking industry for 20 years. You pick up a foul word or two. So
That's true.
let your freak flag fly. Oh, that would scare some of you. Chris has seen it. The flag, that is. The flag.
Yeah, not his fly.
the flag.
I ain't trying to see none of that. Do we want to talk a little bit about the meetup and kind of
That's
the goings on?
Next on my list, because one thing about me,
Well,
I am a sarcastic guy, but I'm very forgetful. I can't keep. I have a.
You are the producer.
Squirrel. Yeah, but so Indiana YouTube meetup. So we did 2 last year, spring and fall. Man, what a good time. It's awesome just to hang out with a lot of the guys that you watch, or we comment back and forth. We hardly ever get together on here and there, I mean, and Trail Medic will be there. What else do you need?
Right. And his famous van.
I wonder, will it be the van or will it be the Tundra this year?
It'll probably be the van.
Probably the van. Hey, Up Trail. So,
hey, Bob.
The meetup will be same place it's been the last 2 times last year at the Blackwell Horse Camp at the Charles Seating Wilderness. It'll be May 6th, 7th, and 8th. Got those dates right, Chris. That is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But what did you apologize? So Friday night, the 6th, I know Chris will be there. I'm sure Trail Medic will be there. He doesn't have anything else going on. I'll be there after work. So we'll be there in the afternoon. Trail Medic, I will pick on you all night tonight because I love you. But
love you.
I love you, man. But no, I know a lot of us will get there on Friday night just to get set up and everything, and then everybody else will start trickling in on Saturday, and we'll hang out Saturday and Saturday night, and then Sunday it's usually like, all right, we're tired of everybody, and we just go home. So I don't know. It's a good time though. If you guys, like I said in my intro or my announcement video, if you haven't sat around the campfire with Chris and I and watch us just literally pick on each other like brothers, it's a good time. So, and everybody else, it's always been great. Maybe divorced afterwards, but I'll be there. Anniversary weekend and Mother's Day. Oh,
we're also going to have another giveaway, by the way, and everybody only gets one ticket. And there's going to be a lot of cool stuff. And if there's any companies that watch this after it goes live or whatever, after it's video, who would like to donate to the cause, just get a hold of me at this email address. And look how fancy I am now. Remember when we couldn't? Remember we couldn't get video and sound to work. But anyway, just get a hold of me, and I will. We'll talk about, how to make that happen.
Right. I'm so.
Yes, Ross, you can donate to the giveaway. That's not a problem.
Yeah, if you want to donate, I mean, we could I take cash.
Right.
Cash.
Hey, Andy. But yeah, I just wanted there is going to be another giveaway. I wasn't going to do one, but I have more stuff to get rid of.
Nice. So if anybody's interested in Chris's old used crap, come on out. I left him in the UP. I'm waiting for your guys, Brent and Andy. I'm waiting for your all's Picture Rocks videos. I've seen the pictures and the Instagrams and all that. I've done the Picture Rocks trail, so I can't imagine what it would be like. Yeah, I don't know. I'll stick to the summertime.
I'm wondering if Andy sweat through his clothes like he did on our trip. Pulling the sled. I think we were on that trip. We weren't in the video, but I think we were on that trip.
I think he's too exhausted. Well, I'll tell you what. Pretty amazing enjoying the live stream from Picture Rocks. Yeah. I don't know, man. I've watched. I think those polks. I think they'd be awesome on a wide open trail. But watching you guys struggle bushwhacking with those things, Andy and Michael.
Michael was
hitting trees, and
he was spent, man. The look on his face when we got to camp was like, "Oh, thank you, Lord."
Yeah, that looks like a lot of work. I'm sure it's awesome. I sweat through Brent's clothes. That's awkward. But I'm sure those polks, like especially on a flat trail, like Picture Rocks is that thing. There's only about maybe 2 hills, but I think they were great on an open trail. But man, going through the just the woods off trail, that looked
That
like it
was
was a
rough
real pain.
because it was 3 miles out and a mile and a half back. So it was rough.
Yeah, and that goes along with so. I've thought a lot, at first everybody was coming out with these hot tents. Everybody's hot tent, hot tent, hot tent. It's the thing. I will say that is pretty cool. But I've watched you guys now like have to set that up and everything and then constant search for wood. I don't know. I think I've been talked out of it. I was looking into it, kind of like what Buckley has there with the hammock because I'm a hammock guy. And it looks awesome, but man, that seems like a lot of work too, always having to cut all that wood up and just keep it going. So I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I'm on the fence, but
if you're going to do it right next to your car, that's one
oh
thing,
yeah, definitely.
right? But
Yep.
if you're going out and doing it, um, maybe I subconsciously gave away my stove because I didn't want to do the work.
You're like, I'm gonna
Bec-
hide this for myself. Just
Yeah,
accidentally give it away.
yeah.
It's worth it in the morning, I bet. And when you can, I seen that one of your videos, Tim. You were literally just laying there in your hammock and feeding the fire. Now that I can get with that, but man, I don't know. I'll throw the Mr. Buddy in there, kick on the big propane tank, just let her
Hey
eat.
man, nothing beats the Gazelle though.
Oh yeah, yeah. We can get into that if you'd like.
Yeah,
So,
go for it.
so I may have joined the Gazelle party and buying a new Gazelle T4 tent. Um, I don't know. Most of you guys see my truck. I've had the rooftop tent for a little over a year. I had the Smitty belt and I had the hook off road truck bed tent or rack for my tent. And nothing bad about either one of those two pieces of gear. But I do no longer have them. I sold the tent and the rack. I just wasn't using it like I thought I would be. And then it was, I don't know, it's a lot of work there too. Maybe I'm just lazy. I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. I'm just lazy. But
I'm getting lazier.
right. So with my rooftop tent, like it was awesome. Climate ladder, you're up off the ground. It wasn't that big of a deal to pull it out, put it back. But I was always afraid to leave it on my truck. So when I'd get home, I'd take it off, take up space in the garage. I was just afraid of like going hiking for the weekend
Yeah.
and leaving it on there. It's only 8 bolts, take it right off. Or someday I was always afraid somebody come by with like a razor blade or something just to be a jerk or steal a cover off of it or just mess with it, And I didn't have a super expensive one. It's $1,100. It's not as expensive as some of the iCampers that are 5,000, but still to me, $1,100 is a lot of money. So the other problem I had with the rooftop tent was just once you set your tent up, you're there. There's no, like, oh man, I want to run down the road and go check this out. No, can't do that. I already got the tent set up. A lot of that. So, I've come to decide like there's always that definition and camp, car camping, truck camping versus overlanding. I definitely truck camp. I am not an overlander. I live in Indiana. There's nowhere to overland in Indiana. And mainly what I do is I drive to a camping spot and I set up camp. So the Gazelle, I think that's going to be the way to go. I was definitely checking Chris's out on the last trip, and man, those things
My
just go.
tent.
His tent. I was both, but I was checking out his Gazelle tent, and those things pop up so easy and fold up so easy, and it's just ridiculous. So no longer have the rooftop tent. I'll be in a Gazelle going forward, just doing the truck camp thing, man. So
Gazelle. We're gonna have Gazelle City at the meetup. It's gonna be awesome.
yeah, you said the diesel heater for the Gazelle, Tony. That would be a pretty good idea. I figured I was just going to throw my Mr. Buddy in there, but
Yeah, me
you
too.
know,
Although in May we won't need it. Hopefully.
no, probably not. We'll probably need it when we go here in March, but I don't know. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, with even if I took the tent off, I always had that bed rack on, and it was hard to use my truck as a truck if I needed to haul something. That thing's, only a couple feet off my bed, and just, I
Yeah.
don't know. It was a pain in
I
the
think you
ass.
made the right decision. I really do.
Yeah, for what I do, like I said, if I lived like out west in Utah or Sedona or somewhere like that where all those guys have, I don't know, or just anywhere that had like actually off-roading overlanding, I think the rooftop tent's the way to go. But around here in Indiana, nah. I mean,
Nah.
they're cool. They're cool. But the coolness wears off and it becomes a pain in the butt trying to get it back and forth. So,
So let's count how many people have in our little group here have them now. So me, you, Hooks and
Tony,
Hammocks, Tony,
DMS.
DMS. So five
Yeah.
of us.
How many guys will fit into the Gazelle? And mine, only one.
In mine, four.
I'm only putting one guy in mine. That's
in
me.
college once.
Yeah, mine's a
No.
4-person. You can get I think they have the T3, the T4. Yours is T4, right, Chris?
Yeah.
That's what mine is. I know that's what Hook and Hammock's got. And DMS, he's got the T8, the 8-person, but it's him. I think his wife goes with him sometimes, and they've got both of the kids, so you need that extra.
They have
room.
like full-size cots and
yeah.
And I mean, it takes him at least an hour and a half to set up.
Oh yeah, Tim, I do. I've got the attachment, the hose that goes to the 20-pound grill size tank. So I'm not changing tanks in the middle of the night or nothing like that. I'm definitely hooking it up, turning the heater on, and we're gonna rock all night.
See, I don't use a cot. I use a fold-up memory foam mattress, and it works just fine, even in the winter. I've just not ever been a fan of cots.
I've looked at them because that's what Hook said he uses, and he's got for him and Telly. And I keep looking at them, and I think some of the wider ones are right at the same width as my Nemo Tensor, because I was thinking, well, I could put that Nemo on there and good insulation, but I don't want a cot that's only 25 inches wide. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
So Buckley has a question here. How long does the grill tank last? So if you think about those 1-pounders, those 1-pounders will last about 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So a 20-pound tank will last,
so is that like 100 hours or something like that?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. A 20-pound tank will last forever.
Yeah. So definitely all night. That's all I care about. Over a weekend or something, I think that'd be pretty sweet.
The Teton XXL, is that your cot? Is that the name of your cot? Or is that an indie band you played in college?
Teton Double XL's coming up next on stage. Where's Hoot when you need him, right?
I know, right?
Math is hard.
Hey, I have a good thing to talk about.
Uh-oh.
I mean, we still talk about this, but do you have any videos this week that you've watched so far, and that's be Sunday to today, that you really enjoyed? Or have you even watched any? I haven't really watched hardly any.
I tell you what, I've been so busy with work. I haven't watched a lot of YouTube this year. This year. See where my week's been?
Yeah.
I was trying to watch a little bit last night. I did tonight I did watch actually Buckley's video where he just did a 2-minute little montage of his whole gear room. So that was interesting to see just how everybody else stores their gear. I'm usually a pretty organized person, but my gear right now, like I'm in our 3rd bedroom in the house, and it's a small little bedroom, and I've got like storage on this one side, and then the rest of the side is like, you can see my gun safe, and I've got some shelves and stuff, but it's always a wreck. I'll organize it, and then 2 weeks later, it's just, yeah, it's a mess again. Tony said it's their extra cot, size of a twin mattress. Good grief.
Wow. I have binge watched about 20 hours of Matt's All-Free Recovery Everything Trail Medic has posted. Yeah, because like Keith has been on fire lately.
Mm-hmm.
Posting a bunch of stuff, and it's paying off for him. I know that because I get daily updates.
You get check-ins?
He gives me updates.
Nice. I did. The only other thing I've watched was I've been trying to follow that. Well, I watch on the AT because we all know I'm an AT nerd. Mischief on the Trail. I've been watching him. He started his through hike this 2 weeks ago, something like that. So I've been watching his and trying to get caught up on that, and then catching up on Jay Wonders Out. I've been watching some of his too. So that's about it. I've had some pretty long work days for me, and then just family stuff. So
I think I did watch this video, Jeremy's with Jeremy and Jason's version of it.
Which one?
With the Bronco on the Daniel Boone Byway.
Oh yeah, see, I seen that movie or that video come up. I haven't got to watch that either.
You haven't seen that yet? Behind. It's pretty good. I mean, it's from Jason's perspective, so
right.
You got one life, leave it. You know, all that.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I watched Jeremy's video and he put it out. He was not scared to take that brand new Bronco out and put it through its paces. Crow's video with Nimblewood. Yeah. I haven't watched that yet. That Nimblewood Will or whatever his name is. I listened to a interview with him on Backpacker Radio, a podcast I've listened to, and he had me rolling because he's just like one of those old guys. He's been around forever. He ain't got time for any bull crap. And some of the questions he was answering, he's like, listen, I'm not answering that. I just don't feel like answering it. I don't want to. I just don't want to get into the whole rigmarole of why I wanted to do it. I just did it because I did it. And just, dude, he was pretty funny, man. I got a kick out of him.
Is he cantankerous?
He was a little bit. Yeah. I think you would get a kick out of that podcast. He started hiking at 61. Yeah. And I want to say I'm probably wrong. He's 82 or 83. So he's like the oldest person to ever complete a through hike of the AT. And he was talking about like doing what he called the real AT, where he started in the Keys and, on the Florida Trail and went up and went all the way up through Alabama, did some row walk, the Ben Hody, part of the Benton MacKay, the full like AT as we think of it from Springer to Baxter. And then he goes on and up through the IAT, the International Appalachian Trail, all the way up through Canada and that. And then he said, right when you think you're done with the Appalachian Mountain Range, he said, there's one more mountain and you got to take a boat to it out on this island. And I went all the way out there and climbed that. So I've climbed every mountain on the Appalachian Trail that you can walk on. And so I don't know. He's a pretty funny guy. I get a kick out of guys when they get up there in age and they ain't got time for the BS, man. Just don't ask me no stupid questions.
I'm getting there.
You are.
So speaking of so I did a training hike last weekend, and I honestly, I'm on a burnout right now with YouTube. I cannot bring myself, and maybe it's because I'm making these daily videos on the other channel, but I cannot bring myself to make a video on THG. And I've got all the footage from my hike. It was a training hike, and then the trail was actually pretty brutal, and it was a good training hike. But I got all this footage, and I'm sitting there looking at it in my editor, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. So I'm on a burnout. So that's why you haven't really seen anything from me on that channel for a while. But
do it, man. I want to see what that trail looks like.
I'm just too lazy to go do that trail, dude.
I probably will. I need the training.
It's like it's kind of like the Knobstone, straight up, no switchbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is Indiana. The highest we get is 900 feet, right? But it's like about 5 or 6 hills, just like that.
Yeah. Last weekend I don't know. I went out and hiked. We did 4 miles, and I just threw my full pack on and I stuffed everything I think I'm going to carry on a typical trip, and then put some extra stuff in it for a little extra weight, just trying to get my cardio up and strengthen my legs up, because I don't plan on crushing miles on the AT, but I just want to be in shape to where I enjoy it for whatever miles I end up doing. So I don't know, down 20 pounds, but my cardio still isn't where it needs to be. So I'm about at the weight I want to get to. So
I got one of those. I tell you, I got one of those sandbag things.
No, but I thought about you because I know you were talking about something like that. I did pass a guy who was out for a day hike, and he had one of those big weighted vests. He had
Yeah,
weights all the way across it, like little bars that slid in. I
yeah.
thought, well, that's a pretty good idea too. So then he ain't carrying his pack, but I don't know. I like to carry
So
my pack with weight in it.
so I've got the sandbag thing, and they got these inner bags that you fill the sand with to make up the weight. So
Right.
instead of doing that, because I live in an apartment, I didn't want sand all over in my apartment. So I ordered a bunch of slingshot ammo.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So uh I'm using that
Like this.
slingshot ammo for the weights, and then I also got an actual square ruck weight. Like I've got a few of those, and I'm putting them in backpack. When I'm not using the sandbag, I'm using a backpack with the ruck weights in it, and doing hill climbs to help. That's kind of
Right.
part of the training. Um,
Nice.
yeah, you
Uh,
have a question.
John's asking expected miles per day. Well, I plan on getting down there on a Saturday. I'm actually going to meet up with Andy, my buddy right here, Metro on the Move. He's going to hike the first day with me. Um, I plan on doing about 7 miles the first day. And then I think on the second day, he's going to hike to, I don't know what road crossing where he's going to get off the trail on, or at. But so I'm going to do 7 miles that Saturday. And then I'm stopping at Dick's Creek Gap. So total mileage, because I'm doing the approach trail and everything, is 78 days. 78 days. God, it's been a long day. 78, 78 days. I'm going for it. Don't tell my wife. She's gonna be pissed when I don't show back up at the house. But so 78 miles. So I'm gonna hike 7 of that on Saturday, and then I plan on finishing the next Saturday. My shuttle is gonna pick me up at Dick's Creek Gap at 10:45. So I'm probably looking at, I think I have to average around, I don't know, about 12 miles a day, 10 to 12, something like that. But it just depends on how my body feels. Like on any given day, I can go out and hike 12 miles, no matter what the terrain is. It's just doing it for 5 or 6 days. How am I going to feel?
Yeah,
Um, I would really love to be able to crank out about 2 20-mile days, because that would get me ahead of the game, to where instead of, like, if I could get to Dick's Creek Gap on Friday instead of Saturday, or say like Thursday night, um, Friday I would go up and hike another 8 miles to the North Carolina line and then back. So another 16 miles. But that way I could say I've done all of Georgia. So it just depends. Like, I'm going to go out there. I've looked at the AWOL guide, and I've got gut hooks for that section. And I've planned it for about 2 weeks. I was really worried about, there's a section from Girard Gap to Neal's Gap where you have to carry a bear canister. And how do I plan my day out, or my days coming up to that, to where I don't have to camp in there and get through it? And finally, it's like, screw this. It's becoming a job. I'm not enjoying it. I'm going to do that 7 miles with Andy that first day on Saturday, because I plan on leaving here, my house, around 3 in the morning, 7.5 hour drive down. By the time I get everything situated and on the trail, I can hike 7 miles in. After that, it's all done. It's whatever I want to do. And really all I have to do is be at Dick's Creek Gap at 10:45 on that next Saturday. So I don't know. I'm just gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna be right in the middle of the big bubble. And I know a lot of people try to avoid that, but if I was
what
a
could
through
you
hiker,
elaborate on the big bubble, please, for those of us who are not long distance?
I'm blowing the bubble up. So the bubble is around, it's a time period of, like, the most popular time that most people
Oh,
start their through hikes. So there's the biggest crowd, per se, like
gotcha.
this big giant crowd starts all around within, like, March to April, to in April, and everybody's kind of moving the trail. And by the time you get to Katahdin, it's, stretched way out. But a lot of people try to stay away from that. I'm just going in the middle of it. I'm putting myself, believe it or not, I'm kind of an introvert, till you get to know me, and then I don't shut up.
Right,
But
that's true.
right. But no, I think it's gonna be cool, man. I'll be able to kind of pretend I'm a through hiker for a week, and just hang out with people that are actually getting to do something I dream of. So,
Hmm.
isn't the bubble what the NBA did in the playoffs last year? What's the NBA?
Uh,
Elaborate. That sounds like some kind of weird organization or something. I don't know.
Yeah, is that a secret society? What is that?
I don't know. If it's sports, I know nothing about it. I know literally, I know what basketball is, and I know what football is, and all the sports. I couldn't tell you who played what. Um, I did watch the Super Bowl because I don't know. That's what people do, right? No, my
Do you want
wife
to
enjoys
hear?
football. I
Do you
hate
want
it.
to hear the most awkward meeting I've ever had at work? And that's the meeting where before everybody signs into the Zoom meeting, and then you got a bunch of guys who are big football fans and me, right? So they're talking, they're talking all kinds of football, and they just assume that I know it too. And so this is how dead silent it got when they asked me, "So what did you think about the Super Bowl?" Crickets. Because what do you say? You don't want, and I'm like, I don't, I don't watch the Super Bowl. I don't watch football. What? And then so
National
now you're
Backpackers.
that guy.
Yeah, National Backpackers Association. And now I would join that club. But no, my wife, she enjoys like basketball and some football and stuff. But I've just never. I played sports as a kid. I don't know. I just never got into it. Never followed it. So
I'm
same
from the
thing with me,
basketball capital of Indiana, and I don't
right?
like basketball.
Yeah, I have the same conversation. So you're sitting there and you're meeting somebody. So like, so what'd you think about that game the other night? Blah blah blah. I'm like,
I don't know what you're
I'm
talking
trying to
about.
think. Is that baseball or like that's how bad I am. I'm like, if you say Cincinnati Reds, I would know what that is. But I literally just I watched the halftime show when it was over. And I say I'm
Yeah.
from that generation where I like the halftime show. Guilty pleasure there. I like a little old school rap, but I don't know. I always have this awkward conversations,
Yeah, yeah. It's
business
just,
meetings or something, and it's like, yeah,
it's
I'm not
so
really into
brutal.
sports. Hey, do you backpack? Because I can talk your ear off about
Yeah.
backpacking. So
Well, even that I don't like to talk about.
I
I mean,
force you.
no, I mean, it's like if somebody's truly interested at work and they're like, "Hey, can you tell me more about it?" I'll be like, "Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
pull up a chair." But
Yep.
it it just it's not really why I'm here. I'm here to work anyway.
Yeah. There's
I
one person at work, and they've gotten into hiking and just day hiking and stuff so far. And it's a woman, and she's just not comfortable going out by herself yet or anything. So she's been getting into some of the Facebook groups I've told her to go check out. And I said, they'll do like group hikes, day hikes, and different stuff like that. And she's always coming up to me, hey, what's a good this, or what do you think about this gear, these shoes? I'm like, I don't know. I kind of, if I have a piece of gear, I'll tell somebody what I think about it, but I always hate recommending something for somebody, if that makes sense. Cause it's like, hey, this works great for me. Like Ultra Lone Peaks, they work awesome for me. I've never had a blister. They fit great, blah, blah, blah. But I've also seen people just trash on them and hate them because they kill their feet. So, hey,
it,
Taylor's here.
yeah, I saw him come in. If somebody asks me directly, I will give them my thoughts.
Yeah.
But I don't make videos on gear typically. I don't. I just don't. I just want to go do the thing, man. That's really. I just want to go do it.
So did you get
Stop
any new gear for
harassing me.
2022?
Do what?
Did you get any new gear for
Right.
2022?
I pissed. You know how many thumbs down I got on that? I pissed off a lot of backpackers, and I
I
put it.
only tagged you in that because I knew you would be pissed that I tagged you.
And I put it on the crows thing. I put it on the crows thing so I could piss off a bunch of backpackers.
We're all flipping you off. No, I knew you were like, don't you tag me because I'm not doing it. So I would,
Yeah.
telling me not to do something is like telling your little kid, don't touch that because it's hot. I'm going to lay my whole hand on it.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I agree, Taylor. Like I switched to the Lone Peaks and I have never looked back. They have been great, but I've seen them just tear people's feet up. So, it is what
I
it
can't wear
is.
them anymore. They
No?
don't. They roll too much for me. So I had to go back to Merrill's or Solomon's because
Let's see. I had the Lone Peak threes last, and I had the mids, and I really like those. And when I got the fives, I got the actual trail runner, and I like them. They're super comfortable. but my next pair I'll go back to the mids because I find that they'll roll on my ankle a little bit sometimes, like if you're off camber on a hillside or something. But I don't know. I like them. I love I don't have big feet. I've got wide feet, and I've
Yeah.
got like Fred
Well, they
Flintstone feet.
shouldn't roll on you then.
Well, I mean, it's around my ankles is where it rolls, I guess. But
Yeah.
I love to.
No, yes, I've used the new drone, but you've not seen anything, of course. And part 107, I'm not getting 107 because it's not necessary, despite what people think.
I'm lost on that one.
Part 107 is the thing you had, the pilot's license for the drone thing. The exam.
Gotcha.
People are like so nervous about it, and if you don't go crazy with it, they're not going to enforce it. Do you know how many drone videos there are on YouTube of people getting paid and not having their part 107?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that people should break the law. That's so FAA, if you're hearing this, I'm not saying that people should break the law. I'm saying I'm not worried about it.
I've actually thought about getting rid of mine because although it's cool, it's another thing. Okay. It's cool. I've got it. So what? I hate using it because I hate trying to like put my phone in it and get it out or trying to carry a backpack in. It's just, I don't know.
Well,
You
don't
get
let
great
Trail
footage with
Medic
them.
hear that. He'll want to buy it off of you.
Well, that's fine. I take a Waymark Mile Ranger Green water bottle holders on each side for trade. I really would.
That's about right. Like, well, 140, 150 bucks.
Yeah, with the two shoulder water bottle pouches and that, I think it comes out to with tax like 170, 180. I paid $500 for it. I got the Fly More combo. It's probably got 5 hours, not even 5 hours fly time on it. I guarantee it doesn't even have 5 hours flying on it. Just put new propellers on it because when I'd stored it, one of them got a little warped, and I just put new props on it. It flies great.
You've got the mini one. You've got the mini one, right?
Right. So it doesn't have the 4K. It's got the 2.7K, but it takes great videos, whatever. It
really does.
It literally just sits in the case in my room here because I don't want to carry it backpacking.
See, I love the Mini too. Hey, Hoot. See, I love the Mini too for backpacking. I freaking love that thing.
I don't know, man. I mean, it does. There you go. I think I'm just lazy. That's what I'm realizing tonight. I am lazy. I don't want to carry it. I don't want to get it out and put my phone in it. I don't want to take another card and upload more footage and then edit. I was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just lazy. There it is, folks. Yeah.
Don't get rid of it.
I already got one, Dad. I'll tell you what, that Whisper Light stove, there was a lot of people using John and I's Whisper Lights on that backpacking trip.
I was one of them.
That thing worked like a champ, dude.
Because my Firebox Scout that I brought, all of the wood was wet and would not light. And if John can't get it lit, then it's a serious thing.
No, that thing, I was just all smiles because, I mean, that's not, the new great Jetboil this or that. It's just great diehard technology. I mean, it just works. It's so simple. It just works. And even in the cold, it was just.
Brent, I have a 360 camera I've had for a long time. I have a Ricoh Theta, and I barely ever use it. It might be one of the things in the giveaway. I don't know.
Ooh, look at you giving away 360s. I do like the 360 cameras. I know Andy's used his quite a bit in a lot of his videos, and I think it's pretty cool because you really, unless you know it's a 360, it's like you just kind of see his hand there, but you really don't, because the way it cuts the stick out and everything. I don't know.
Hey, cool. Stoney. Stoney's here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Stoney. Greetings, my fellow camping bros.
Camp bros for life.
360 is a pain in post.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know. I've never used one. I like simple.
Yeah, it can be. It depends on what you want to do with it, right? I mean, but I just never got into it. The only thing I don't like about 360 is the the degradation of the resolution when you have the, because you can, and it's clearly, you can tell,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just like simple. I just like my little GoPro. I've been trying to figure out the easiest way to carry it on trail. I don't know. Just how is it easy to access? And I just like my one little tripod I can sit up everywhere.
Yeah.
This weekend I tried something different. I tried carrying that little Manfrotto I carry. I put it in my one shoulder strap pouch there I've got on my Z packs.
Yeah.
Put that in there, not flipped up with the camera on it like I had it when we went camping the last time, because that thing was like right here in my face, driving me crazy. But on my Z Pack hip belt, I've got the little hip belt pouch, the little zipper pouch there. So GoPro slips right in there. I can take it out, film with it, blah, 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 blah. If I want to put it on my tripod, I've got that Ulanzi quick mount. I can just click it in there and sit it wherever. So I don't know. I like easy.
Let me go back here. I'm going to ask John here. John, did you get the stainless firebox stove? Because those are heavy. I mean, even the titanium is, but the stainless is a little bit heavier. Those are good for. I'd say sometimes those are good for car camping. But yeah, the firebox is kind of heavy. The Nano is pretty good. It's not very heavy. And then Tony said, I've honestly been thinking about going GoPro and ditching the DSLR. So I have a mirrorless that I love the footage that it captures. I absolutely love it, but I hate all the accoutrement that I have to bring with me. And so I've actually been thinking about even going just phone only for a while, just to see what because of these daily videos that I'm making on that other channel, those are all with my phone. And so I'm just thinking about that. Although I do love the GoPro 10. I love that footage. I will always love that footage, but I don't know.
So between the GoPro 9 and 10, though, isn't it just 4K with the slow-mo?
Yeah,
I mean, difference?
Well, so the 9 has it's like 5.1K is the highest resolution. With the 10, it's 5.3 and 60 frames per second. So, yeah, it's slight, and the slow-mo. Those are the two differences really. But there's also one other difference in the chip. The chip is actually different.
Gotcha.
And the chip makes the.
Don't lose your GoPro in the snow. Oh, who did that, Brent?
Next to your phone?
Yeah. We know Andy lost his phone. Luckily, he found that. But phone app in a swivel chair. Here you go. That's how I edit.
Yeah, Taylor, I have about 6 channels actually. Not a lot of people know about. I have a channel, and you probably weren't here in the beginning. I have a channel where I'm doing daily videos of my training for the 14er. So if you go back and watch this playback, I show it. Can't wait to get my Hyper Ultra Ratcheted Nano 360 spec. Needler, man.
I'm telling you. I'm going to flatten his tires. Over your GoPro with his pole. It sounds like they're foreshadowing some good videos coming up.
Yeah.
I'll be up there and pick your rocks in June. If your camera's still there, I'll bring it back.
I'm actually upgrading my phone at the end of this month to iPhone 13 Pro. I don't know that I'll do Pro Max. I don't want a big phone. I want a smaller phone.
See, I was looking at the 13 Pro Max, but I guess
there's really no difference. It's just the size, what she said.
The 14 is coming out in May. Wait 2 more
months.
Yeah,
I know. Hey, PFAM, welcome.
Hey.
Do we know PFAM?
Yeah.
Well,
give me
welcome.
A glass of water, Chris.
Huh?
I'm out of water. I said, go get me a glass of water. Pop-up fire pit. Yeah.
You mean like a Snow Peak to
Like,
Kiwi?
yeah, I was gonna say, what do you got? This that the Snow Peak to blah blah, whatever it is.
To to blah blah what? It's good to
The
Kiwi.
kaplapa, whatever it is. I do like my solo stove, but it sure does not pack down near as small as
Exactly.
yours.
Hey, what PFAM? What do you think of the 13 Pro? You like it? And you said you have it, Taylor. I'm excited about upping my camera game on that because they've got that cinematic mode, and
Mhm.
that excites me a bit.
Yeah, I'm making the switch, man. I figured you'd be happy.
I am happy
Finally,
because now we
finally
can
going
make
for
fun of
my.
Android users together.
I don't know. I still love my Android, but for work, um, man, one of the other guys that works in the office with me, he's got the iPhone. It seems like everybody's got the iPhone. I'm the odd guy out at work, and so say we have a driver that's at a facility, and a lot of our drivers they show up to these bulk plants for farm fuel, and they're asking us how to offload there. Where's this? Where's that? So I mean, FaceTime, boom. You can walk the driver right through it.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I can't do that. So a little jealous of that. Just that feature right there. West enters with fart noise. Nice.
Nice. Primal Outdoors. Isn't that the guy whose channel got ruined because he got a girlfriend? Oh, did I say that on stream? I'm sorry.
You did. Wow.
When
Call it
we
the
were in
fourth
Kentucky, the
now.
low light around the fire. Sweet. Well, I'll be getting one at the
What
end of
is
this
it?
month. The 13 Pro. Taylor has it.
Nice. So
Everybody has the
shoot,
13 Pro.
render, and upload in 4K, whether using GoPro 9 or iPhone. Yeah. I do everything in 4K on my GoPro.
Nice. 4K. I mean, 5K is nice, but it's man, it plays hell when you're in post, and you're
Mm-hmm.
even on my Mac. It will. It just it bogs it down so much.
Yep.
It's like it can't handle it. I need I need to update this, obviously, but
Yeah.
see, I'd rather talk about cameras than
Well, yeah, we can talk to you.
I could talk about cameras
all
all day.
for sure.
Anyway, what else you got? Here comes
Tony,
the awkward silence we didn't want to have.
still rocking a Samsung S7 Active. Jeez. Hello, 1999.
Yeah, Bill Clinton called. He wants his phone back.
1080 and upside to 4K. Yeah, I just keep everything in 4K, and I adjust for like if it's just like a talking head video to where I'm either in here or outside doing a like a gear review or whatever. But just walking down the trail and hiking videos and stuff, I do 4K 60 frames a minute or second. How about 60 frames a minute? That's better.
Well,
I told you I can't, man. My brain is fried. I cannot talk tonight. Google
we should have just called this off.
Android to video chat. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know Google Duo. I've used that before.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, we've been at it for 53 minutes, and I think I'm tapped for the week. Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
But so if you guys weren't here, just channel shout outs to check them out if you guys haven't. Mentioned them again. Terry Young Outdoors and Walk It Off with David Smith. Check those two guys out, and go to DMS and check out their channel. If you guys haven't, they are like 12 away from 500, trying to push really hard to get them there. Like I said, Mark from DMS and I have been talking back and forth, giving each other crap for a couple months now, since about we hit 400 subscribers, trying to see who can get to 500 first. He will beat me. He's 10 ahead, which is just fine. He works his butt off on that channel, so go show him some love if you guys haven't already. So I guess we'll schedule this again for not next week, but week after.
Yeah, 2 weeks. We'll probably have a guest
now. Yeah, we'll probably have a guest. So it'll be more entertaining. You'll just have to deal with Chris and I next week. So with that, Chris, you got anything else?
60 frames a minute is better than your live stream a few weeks ago. Hey, okay. I want credit. We fixed all that.
Right. I mean,
this is better, right? I mean, we've come a long way, baby.
53 minutes. It only feels like 1,000. Captain Andy, I'll tell you what.
Well, Andy,
Wait till he does his next live stream.
Yours feels like, yeah, we're going to come into yours next time. Remember you said that, buddy.
Yeah, maybe we'll have our next guest could be Michael Peterson.
I mean, it would keep him out of the chat, and it would keep him from needling us in the chat. So,
right, we should just schedule him here real soon. That give me about a week to come up with some really good questions for Mr. Peterson.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, appreciate everybody that stopped in.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
With you guys. Hopefully, weather breaks here, and we can all get out and do some more backpacking and hiking and camping, and
and then come back and talk about it.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So with that, like I said, thanks again. Leave it better than they found it. Get out there and explore. See you on the trail. Catch you on the next one. All that good stuff. Take care, guys.
See you guys.